Alright, so I'm going to show you how to download and how to update this firmware update from Samsung. It's only for KS8000 series. As far as I know, it's only available for North American region. I'm not sure about the Europe and I'm not sure about the Asia, but I know that it's available for the North American region. Alright, so this is where you download it. It's right here. It's on a Samsung. But you're going to ask your question. Okay, we get it. We understand. There it is. There's the download. There's 1.2 gigabyte 123.1 1231.1 update. But how do you get to this update? Well, the best shortcut, don't just go to the Samsung.com. The best shortcut for you to get to this update, it's by simply go to the search engine. Well, actually, right here. Go to Google and search download 1231.1 update. Please, just type it like this. On the search engine, type this, download 1231.1 update. Click search. You will see my video. You will see Quantum Apotheosis video. And then down here, I highlighted for you. You will see this. This is the thread you have to click right here. 2016 SUHD Smart TV KS8 series. This is where you're going to find a November 1st update 1231.1. And this is how you get to a download page. This is a shortcut. The reason I'm telling you to do this and search this like this, type in download 1231.1 update and then click down here. It's so that way you can get quicker to the download page and start downloading. Okay? And then you click on this where I highlighted and you're off to the download page. And voila, there you are. There's the firmware update. Now, if you click on this little question mark right here, it's going to tell you exactly what version it is. It tells you that it's a version 1231.1, and it tells you what it contains, and also let you know which models support this version. This is a little tip for those of you who didn't know, so I'm kind of giving you some tips so you know exactly what series this supports. This supports everything from 8000, 8500, the curved one, 9000, 9500, 98.1, KU7000. You have to remember some of these are different regions. When you see KS800D, that's European version. Whenever you see a D, you know that's European version. Okay, that's not North American version. So it also tells you what's contained with this 1231.1 version. Improved usability, improved browser performance, improved app performance, improved stability, improved usability of input devices. Okay, so meaning that your television will run much smoother, much better. But however, both me and Quantum Apotheosis agree that the edge lit has been improved a little bit. I have noticed it. The contrast has been improved as well. Dynamic contrast has been improved. And I will talk about that. But first, let me show you how to download this, shall we? All right, so first thing first, you got to make sure you have a thumb drive. So you're going to need one of these devices. You see, you're going to need this. You're going to need a PNY. Doesn't matter which one you get. Any of them will do just fine. As long as it's a thumb memory stick, USB stick drive. This one has 16 gigabytes. All right, so make sure you have this. Make sure you have a thumb drive and this is how you're going to transfer this download, this 1.2 gigabyte. Remember, it's a pretty hefty file. It's 1.2 gigabytes, so you will need some extra space on this thumb drive. So remember, you're going to need this. Now, when you finish downloading it, you need to move this entire folder under TJZMAKUC onto your desktop. And then you need to click on it, hold it, and then move it to your thumbstick drive and transfer it to your thumbstick drive. And here you guys can see I have already transferred it onto a different folder on the drive E. You guys can put it in any folder, doesn't matter, any top level folder you can create. I have mine under Edo stuff. So there it is. Make sure you transfer it to your thumbstick drive, and once you're done, then you safely remove your USB stick drive and take it to your Samsung one connector box. Okay, so I'm sure you guys know how to safely remove and eject your USB media. You click on this icon and then you click eject, and once it says it's safe to remove, then you remove it. There we go. Now it's safe to remove, and we can remove it. And we're going to take it to our Samsung KS8000 one connector box. On the side of your One Connect Samsung KS8000 box, you will see USB 2.0, and we're going to plug it in. There it is. Once you plug it in, then you go ahead, turn on your Samsung KS8000 television. Okay, once you have your thumbstick put inside your One Connector USB box, go to the source down at the bottom. Go to where it says source, and then where it says USB 2.0, click on it. You see, it already has recognized the USB thumbstick drive. Now click on it. It's going to take you to the USB 2.0 drive. Now, I got some stuff here. Now, as you all know, I have my folder that I downloaded that 1.2 gigabyte firmware update. I have it under this Edo stuff. So it's going to be right over here on the Edo stuff. So you click on it, and you're going to see the TJZMAKUC. That's where you're going to click on it, and that's where it's going to recognize it. You click on it, and there's the image. You click on the image, and automatically it's going to recognize it, and it's going to update it for you. Now, there's a couple of things you need to understand. Number one, I have already updated my Samsung KS8000. I already have the firmware update, so me clicking this image, it's going to reject it because it already has updated this firmware update 1231.1. If you cannot detect it, if you cannot do it manually, there's another option. You can also select for Samsung user interface to search automatically to see if there's any update files on the USB dongle stick. So that way, if there is something there, it will automatically detect it and it will update it. Okay, and this is pretty much it. This is all you have to do. Now, it's not going to work for me because I already have it updated. Okay, I'm just showing you guys how to do this. So that way, you guys know where to look. You guys know where to download and how to install it. It's really simple, guys. It's no different than what I've done for the LG. Same thing with the LG. You go to their website, you download it, you put it in a folder, top level folder, okay? All right, so let's talk about this update. Now, both me and Quantum Apotheosis, we both agree that the edgelet has been kind of controlled a little bit here. It has much better light control. Now, I don't know why Samsung didn't say anything about this, but there's definitely much better light control on the edgelet at the bottom. I don't see it as much. I don't see it like I used to it as much. And it definitely looks much, much better now. Because I used to see all types of edgelet bleed here at the bottom. I used to see so much of it at the bottom, but now I don't really see it that much. And here I am with the God of War, and I mean, it's still edgelet, okay? People need to understand a couple of things. It's still edgelet, you know. There's nothing you can do about that. That's how this television, it has been designed. But it's definitely much better now. You know, it's being controlled much better now than what it was before. Before, there was so much light bleed, and here I am. I have my blue lights dimmed down, like really dimmed down. And I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing with the KS8000 with this new update. Now, what else is better? Well, also the user interface is much faster. When you bring it up, it goes up really fast, really quick. And that's another thing that I've noticed. It's really fast. Everything's moving much faster now. That's another thing that they have improved with this update. Okay? So I'm very impressed with that. But the picture quality, it's really the most impressive part is when you use dynamic contrast, it really enhances the white bright levels even further. Let me show you that really quick. And here I am with the dynamic contrast high, and now it's even better. I got my dynamic contrast at high and looks even better now. Now you're getting a really nice contrast between the white bright digital levels and black digital levels, and that's pretty amazing. But what's really amazing to me, it's the fact that the edgelet, and here I am, you guys can't see it through this camera, but this is a very dimmed blue light, blue neon light. Oh, not neon light, the LED light, I'm sorry. It's very dimmed. And I know how this television is with the edgelet. I know exactly what I can see, what I have seen before with this television back in the days. Back in the days, you can see that bottom light, you know, top to bottom light easily. The bottom light right here would be very noticeable. But now it's being controlled much, much better. And people say, how do you know this? I know this because here I am in a dimmed room. It's a blue dimmed room, LED light. It's very dimmed. It's not bright. And it looks this good. Like I said, you will notice the improvement on the performance, on the user interface, and above all, you will notice much better light control. Meaning that edgelet, it's still there. That edgelet, of course, it's still there, but it's controlled much better now. I don't know what they've did. They might have dimmed it down a little bit. You have to remember, this is a very hefty update. This is 1.2 gigabyte update. You know, it's a pretty hefty update, pretty big update. It's not a small update. So they definitely put a lot of effort into this update. And even here you will see, I'm very impressed, I have to say. For television, this is probably the best choice I have ever made in terms of buying a television. A 65-inch KS8000, it's really amazing. Even after all these years, it's probably the best purchase that I have made. And this is why I always tell people, Samsung is still, to me, top of the line. They're still the best. You know, I know everybody's got their own opinions. That's fine. But I got to tell you, Samsung is doing something right. Sony, my only problem with Sony is the fact that they're using Google Chromecast. Google Chromecast, what it does, all it does, it really slows down the television. Like when you click on the option menu, it's too confusing. You have to go through many jumps and hoops. You have to wait for the Google Chromecast to buffer it and bring it up. Here it's really fast. No fuss, no muss. It's really fast. Okay? And that's the one thing that I appreciate about the Samsung KS8000 and this new update. And that's something I appreciate about Samsung doing. Now, people are going to ask, well, how does this stack up with the Q8FN and Q9FN? The differences, there are differences. But is it a drastic difference between this and, let's say, Q8FN and Q9FN? Well, I wouldn't say a drastic difference, but you're definitely going to appreciate a much brighter TV. Okay? Q8FN is much brighter. So if you are somewhere where you need to have the brightest TV that you can get for that room, then go ahead with the Q8FN. But another thing that Q8FN and Q9FN have is really a very unique game mode and variable refresh rates. So that's something to keep in mind. But I will talk about this when I officially do my review on Q8FN and why Q8FN it's the most balanced Samsung TV. And this is why I praise Samsung so much, because of this, because I think they're still top of the line television brand. Honestly, I mean, let's just face it. In my opinion, they're still top of the line brand. And this is my opinion. I know some people say, well, I don't think so. Well, that's okay. If you don't think so, that's fine. You can have your opinion. But this is my opinion from what I have experienced so far with some of these televisions. I would tell you that Samsung right now, it's something that you can't go wrong. If you look at the sales charts and how much they're being sold in the North American market, you will see, and that's a big market, North American region, it's a big market, and you will see just how well this television has been selling. Now, I will have you guys posted with my picture settings and stuff. This is just me explaining to you how to get the update, how to put it in, and how to update it. But picture settings, I will do some tests on this television. I'm going to test Xbox One X on it. We'll do a bunch of different tests with different games and whatnot. So this video is just me explaining to you how to download the update and how to install it, and then giving you my overview on it. Both me and Quantum Apotheosis, we both agree that this is definitely a major step forward for Samsung KS8000. I didn't believe it at first, but once I downloaded the update, I was like, oh, I see what he's talking about. Well, there you have it. Well, here's another great example. Even here on this video, I paused this video, you will see that you barely ever see now those bottom lights. I mean, they're still there. Here's what I want to say to people. Yes, they're still, it's still edge-lit. There's nothing you can do about that. It's still edge-lit, but the edge-lit light, it's being controlled much better now. It's not bleeding like it was bending and bleeding before. Before it was horrible, but now it's being controlled much, much, much better. All right, guys, well, there you have it. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.